Namaskar, welcome to Honest Astrologer YouTube channel. And today we are going to do a video on understanding Ketu and ask some of the most frequently asked questions on Ketu. So I have Divya with me, and welcome Divya.
Thank you, sir, for having me and letting me sort of ask you questions every day. So I hope people will, it'll help people understand more about the special insights that you have about Ketu.
Yeah. And if I have to answer your so many questions every day, why should I make some content out of it? Huh?
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's save you the trouble.
Yeah, yeah.
Great. So we'll start with if you can tell us a little bit more about what exactly is Ketu.
Okay. So, I'll quickly go into mythology. Just 1 minute, I'll wrap it up. At the time of Samudra Manthan, they got that Amrit ka matka, and there was this gang war between Rakshas and Devtas. So Vishnu, realizing that if Danavs become immortal using Amrit, they will make everybody miserable. So he decided to intervene, and he came there as Mohini, the most beautiful woman in the universe. So everybody was bewitched and smitten. Then Mohini offered a truce कि भाई both of you sit in two lines and I'll distribute you. And everybody was so enamored by her that they did not see what exactly she was doing. So Mohini was distributing Amrit to the Devatas and poison to the Danavas. There was only one Rakshas who realized कि boss हो क्या रहा है, and his name was Swarbhanu. So what he did, he transformed himself into a Devta and sat in the side of the Devatas and managed to get a little Amrit and swallowed it. वो देख करके सन एंड मून इंडिकेटेड टू विष्णु जी के बॉस ये तो गड़बड़ हो गया. Okay. So Vishnu immediately used his Sudarshan Chakra, beheaded Swarbhanu, but by then he had swallowed the Amrit. So the head became Rahu, the torso became Ketu. This story has a lot of codes in it.
Yeah.
Rahu is all head, no heart.
Yeah.
So Rahu people, you will find them very ruthless, self-absorbed. And I've said it in one of my previous videos, राहु को सन बनना, उसको बादशाह बनना है, वो गुंडा, but उसको बादशाह बनना. केतु is all heart and spirit, no head, उसको सन्यासी बनना. Okay. केतु को जुपिटर बनना. People attach, राहु to शनि, जैसे शनिवत राहु, कुजवत केतु. I have seen राहु behave a lot like sun and केतु behave a lot like Jupiter. ठीक है, he has a Mars element in it. So वो केतु को paradox देता. He is a very sweet natured planet, okay. He has no ego. But वो उसके अंदर का Mars, whenever it awakens, he can be more brutal than Mars. So Ketu is one planet which I call the planet of paradox. So he can be a dharma guru, a sannyasi, a Jain muni. But if he gets into his martial extreme, he can be a Naga sadhu. He can be a religious fanatic, no matter which religion it is. He can be a fanatic. Ketu can be a fanatic. Rahu will never be a fanatic. So Ketu is dharma, but at times he can turn into blind dharma.
Like in modern times that we are living in, how would you describe Ketu in a modern application?
Okay, good question. Ketu is the symbol of detachment. Wherever Ketu sits, you will always find that house pretty damaged in the native chart. Maximum damage Ketu does in the second house because second is very anti him. Family, paisa, food. Ketu doesn't like it. He's a Jain Muni. Na paisa, na family, na food. Kuch bhi nahi chahiye. Okay. So second house Ketu, you will find people who are never able to enjoy their money.
If you describe it as a modern person, how would you describe a Ketu?
Okay. Funny part, why I wanted to do this video with you, you have Ketu in the first. Okay. So there are 2-3 things. So Ketu in the first is a very auspicious placement. Yeah. So I'll tell you Ketu traits.
Yeah.
So Rahu in the first I have done. Ketu in the first. So some very great personalities had Ketu in the first. Lord Krishna had Ketu in the first. So whenever you have a planet in the first house, you are able to see a planet karta kya hai. How does it behave in a human body? Okay. Akbar had Ketu in the first. Okay. So Ketu को बोलते हैं इसका height थोड़ा छोटा है. Okay. Rahu is very tall. Then Ketu is fat. all torso, no head, हवा भी खाए तो लग जाते. Okay, so it's very difficult for these people to manage their weight. Then Ketu is very friendly but very detached. Again, that paradox. Ketu in the first, people would have so many friends. They get along with everybody like this. Right? Krishna was very friendly. यारों का यार, यारों के लिए महाभारत करा दी, but he was very detached. So similarly, these people, they might not call you for a month, but whenever they will call you, you'll feel like इनसे कल ही मिले. So Ketu is like ना काहू से दोस्ती, ना काहू से बैर, but he's pretty popular. Ketu people are very popular. So until unless Ketu is rubbed the wrong way, Rahu in the first का दोस्त नहीं होगा. Ketu in the first वो popularity contest में बहुत आगे होगा. Modern times में जहां भी केतु बैठा, देखो these are very शनि राहु times. तो केतु जहां पे बैठा है वहां पे सूखा पड़ जाएगा, रेगिस्तान बन जाएगा. So while we'll do all the houses, I'll give you 2-3 things. Ketu in the second half. Ketu in the fifth होगा, बच्चे होने में पूरे खानदान को जोर आ जाएगा. It's very difficult to have progeny with Ketu in the fifth. Ketu in the सेवंथ होगा तो शादी में प्रॉब्लम आएगा ही आएगा, एक बार तो सेपरेशन होगा. केतु जहां पे बैठता उस खाने के लिए एक बार आदमी को घुटनों पे ले आता. एंड केतु का खाना, आई हैव सीन पीपल यूजुअली आर वेरी डिटैच्ड फ्रॉम इट. उनके नेचर में होता है जस्ट टू केयर अबाउट केतु खाना. सो केतु फिफ्थ वाले लोगों से मैंने ऑलमोस्ट ऑल ऑफ देम, दे सेड हमें बच्चों में कोई इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं.
So what you're saying is Ketu traits are, it's very detached, it's very spiritual as a planet. It likes to let go. It's the complete opposite of what Rahu is, which is obsession.
Yes.
So, because Ketu is, it's made to seem like a very bad malefic, like a bad malefic, not just a malefic. So I personally view Ketu in a very positive way because it's a planet of spirituality, as you say. How do we view Ketu more positively and let it impact our life in a more positive manner wherever it's sitting?
So Ketu is my personal favorite planet. So Ketu is not a malefic. Shani Rahu, you can use this word. Ketu, you can never use. One, Ketu will tell you this is the house you shouldn't mess with. Isko akela chhod do. Okay, become detached to that house, and that house would be okay. You run after that house, you'll be Roger. Second thing, Ketu is Mukti Data. Ketu is the liberator. And what a human should aspire for is liberation. Ketu is also the planet of Dharma. So, Ketu, I have often seen, people are in very toxic relationships. Ketu aayega, boom, liberated. People are in very slavish jobs, they don't want to do it. Ketu aayega, liberated. So Ketu to krantikari hai bhai. Okay. Second thing, whatever Shani Rahu will give you will last only for some time. I mean, how much money can you enjoy? Maybe between 20 and 60. That's it. Let's or ghata lo, 16 to 60 kar lo. That's it. जो केतु देता है, nobody can take it away. It goes with your soul. All that wisdom, all that detachment. And if you are able to understand it, even in Ketu Dasha, you are able to gain very good benefits. Problem क्या है, हम बहुत राहु शनि सोसाइटी होता है, ये भी ले लूं, वो भी ले लूं, वो भी ले लूं, and that is when things go bad. Yeah. So Ketu should be looked at as a planet of dharma and personal liberation.
So what kind of things should one do to adapt? Like if someone's going through a Ketu Dasha or an Antar Dasha, what should they do to become more Ketu friendly so you don't get so hassled and troubled?
Okay, so Ketu is the planet of paradox. Okay. The harder you try, the worse it gets. The harder you try, the unluckier you get. The more you try to cling, the more Ketu would beat you. Because whenever Ketu Mahadasha will come, the house of Ketu will be the crux of all the action. Of course, wherever it aspects, that's a different thing. And Ketu has a special aversion towards marital relations, romantic relations, and financial relations. Okay. So Ketu, you will have all the breakups, your friend leaving you, people stabbing you in the back, you leaving your job, businesses collapsing. But if you say, okay, Ketu is doing my surgery, Ketu is removing everything that was toxic in my life. And you learn to let go. अभी डॉक्टर इंजेक्शन लगाता है, हम उसको मुक्का थोड़ी मारते हैं. And you know it, this is a little pain which is good for me in the long run. So if you learn to let go, that is when Ketu becomes your friend. उसके पीछे चलते रहो, आराम से तुमको निकाल देगा. He will give you enough money you need to run a comfortable life without working hard. Letting go is the best way. And you know, taking time out for spirituality and meditation, and he'll keep you happy. You know, I've seen people were married to a rotten partner. केतु पीरियड आया, साहब मेरा क्या होगा? मैंने कहा भाई डिवोर्स होता है तो प्रसाद चढ़ाना. You should be thankful to केतु. अब वो ह्यूमन माइंडसेट, स्पेशली इंडियन माइंडसेट, इज वेरी इनसिक्योर, वेरी शनी माइंडसेट पीपल हैव. So I tried desperately to save my job. नहीं बचा. But today I'm so bloody happy I resigned. I blessed the day I resigned. That is Ketu.
So Ketu is like a modern income tax officer.
No. Ketu is modern revolutionary. आप जेल में बंद हैं, वो जेल ब्रेक करके ले जाएगा. केतु इज द जेल ब्रेकर. हम क्या सोने के पिंजरे में बड़ा खुश होता है. Okay? I use this epitome. There's a bird in a cage. You try to take it out, it's going to peck your hand. That is what we do. Ketu is the hand which is taking. Once you realize, boss, this is freedom, this is life. That is when you thank Ketu. Maharaj, you did a great favor to me.
So Ketu takes you towards the path of spirituality and detachment.
Yeah.
So
And liberation, that's more important.
Liberation. So people who are going through a Ketu Dasha or an Antar Dasha should probably live more like saints, like at least try to adapt.
I often use this beautiful shlok from Guru Granth Sahib, Baba Farid ka Bani. And that, you know, sums up Ketu Mahadasha in 2 lines. And he said, काले मैले कपड़े काला मैला भेष, गुण ही भरिया मैं फिरा लोग कहें दरवेश. मेरे कपड़े काले और गंदे, काला मैला मेरा वेश, गुनाहों से मैं भरा हूं, आई एम रिग्रेटिंग फॉर माई सिंस. तो लोग कहते हैं तो दरवेश. दैट इज केतु महादशा इन वन श्लोक. Okay. Ketu period, you will never find a well-dressed person. They dress like babas. Women become like Barbies. They don't care and they shouldn't care. It is time for internal purification and external losses. So the best thing to do is to let go. मूड नहीं हो रहा, नहीं काम करना, नहीं करेंगे. हम लोग, we are not human doings, we are human beings. हम being भूल गए हैं. हम ये करना, वो करना, ये उछाड़ना, वो मचाड़ना. So Ketu comes and tells you, भैया take a break, chill out. कुछ अंदर भी है तुम्हारे which is beyond this body.
And so people who are very ambitious, उनको ये they find it very difficult to sort of deal with this.
Rahu, Shani, and Sun people get hammered the most in Ketu period because they don't like the word no. I have a very heavy sun. So I got hammered the first half. Second half, once I realized by the grace of God, अच्छा ये हो रहा है, चलो महाराज कहाँ चलना. And after that, I had so much fun in life. Can't tell you. Ketu, I would sit on a deserted roadside dhaba. I will take tea and I will take my calls. So that's kind of Ketu masti which no other planet can give, and you should enjoy that. And once you learn to let go, Ketu will give you enough and more to sustain yourself. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty. ऐसा नहीं भूखा मार देगा, नहीं.